Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, this morning I'm still able to come here to do my video on the subject of religion and belief. I keep doing it. At the same time, I enjoy riding my e-bike from my house to the beach, about 3 kilometers trip. So I enjoy the ride on the beach and also enjoy sitting here and see the sea, the wave, and sometimes the fishermen. At the same time, also an opportunity to me to talk on the subject of religion and belief, which I know will give benefit to me, strengthening my belief on the religion of Islam, because the belief has to be strengthened, not once a month, not once a week, but every day and all the time. As in the Gospel of Barnabas, saying, don't be idle, work for it as much as you can. So this me coming here is working for it, not being idle and working for it. At the same time, you enjoy the trip on e-bike and enjoy the scenery, and at the same time got the benefit from reading the Koran, reading the Gospel of Barnabas to you, and you who listen to this will also get the benefit of strengthening your belief, because we are preparing for the future life, which will be challenging, because we'll be questioned on our belief in the day of judgment is coming on our way, and will be questioned on our belief. If we get our belief right and do good deeds on this earth while living on this earth, serving your creator, then we will be admitted to paradise and live happily in the thereafter. We will be given a house to live which look like a palace, and will be living forever at the constant age of 33 years old. So just imagine the joy being alive forever at the age of 33. with the strength, with the feeling of youth. I remember at 33, I play badminton, can play football, but now at 67, I'm not active in sport anymore. So most of the joy of life I had experienced is in the age of 33. So why not we struggle now to get our reward in the thereafter. Because living on this earth, as my wife was saying, is dangerous. It looks nice, but there is danger ahead. If we are not prepared, then we will fall into a trap of being burned in hell forever. So we will always be on the safeguard from people trying to deviate us, and there is also a hidden being, the Satan, who try to drag mankind to hell with them. I have been commenting a lot on the YouTube when people are working with Satan, telling lie upon lie to people, attacking Muslims, and been saying Jesus is, I don't like to mention it. It's not happy thing to mention it. So I keep saying that we Muslim are reading Gospel of Barnabas, and we know who is actual Jesus from reading the Gospel of Barnabas. So that is the way I attack or reply back to these people who work with Satan by telling that we know Jesus by reading the Gospel of Barnabas. So my reply, I believe, hit them hard. They ask me, what Gospel of Barnabas? Because they don't believe in Gospel of Barnabas. They believe on the Gospel written by the friend of Satan. We know Satan will always try to drag as many people they can to hell. It is revealed in the Koran. Satan vowed to drag mankind to hell with them, and Allah has revealed that Satan cannot drag people who are sincere in worshipping Allah. So we should keep our sincerity in worshipping Allah, the Creator of the world, the Lord of the world. So people who are not sincere is subjected to corruption. Give them money, then they start to teach different things, that the actual knowledge they know, the real knowledge or they know, the religion knowledge they know, give them money, then they deviate to tell people on other things. This is the reading that we got from the Gospel of Barnabas, that people are not teaching the real teaching, and we know now it's because they don't have the sincerity and easily be corrupted to start them to teach other things and to deviate other peoples. So this is really the work of the friend of Satan, who try to drag people to hell with them. So with that is my recap on reading the Gospel of Barnabas the day before. So now let me think of reading the Koran the day before. Couldn't remember reading the Quran. Let me refer to the Quran. Let me see what I can recap. Okay, I remember the Jews was telling false thing to Allah with regard to Allah, telling people that Allah is poor. How come? Saying Allah is poor. How come? Then saying Allah is poor and they are rich. Yes, many Jews are rich, but they don't need to say Allah is poor. Their richness comes from Allah. But that saying Allah will recorded that and will send them to hell for saying such thing. So just be careful what we say. Saying Allah is poor can let a person be sent to hell. That complete my recap on reading the Quran. So brothers and sisters, let's read the Quran this morning. We should be reading page 75 this morning. Let's see what is going on. To get the barakah of this morning, let me read in Arabic the first sentence on page 75. وَإِذْ خذ الله ميثاق الذين أوتوا الكتاب لتبيننه للناس ولا تكتمونه فنبذوه وراء ظهورهم واشتروا به ثمنا قليلا فبئس ما يشترون صدق الله العظيم. So, brothers and sisters, let us read the meaning of the sentences on this page. And remember when Allah took the promise from people who were being given the book. You should truly explain the book, the content of the book to the people, and don't you hide the book. Then they throw away the promise behind their body and sell it with a cheap price. Then that is the worst of selling and buying, that they do. Hiding the book. I think I've been telling you the story of the original book of Jesus being kept in the library in a church in Jerusalem, but no one was allowed to read it. It's kept locked. Something like this I read from a book telling this story of real book of the teaching of the prophets being hidden by the priests and not allowing people to read it, but they allow the book that had been altered, changed into a false teaching, and that one they give to the people to read instead of the original real teaching. So it is also mentioned in this revelation. Don't you ever think that people who have been happy what they do and like to be praised for what they are doing, don't you ever think they are they will escape from punishment. They will get severe punishment. So these people who hide the real book, they seem to enjoy doing it, like enjoy seeing the people being deviated, reading the false thing. Maybe they know the real thing, the real teaching, but seeing the people reading the false or getting the false knowledge, they seem to enjoy it. But then they only cheat themselves and let themselves to go to hell in the next life. The next sentence, to Allah belong the heaven and the earth. Allah has the power over all things. Verily, in the invention or in the creation of the heaven and earth and the change of day and night, there is the sign of the greatness of Allah to people who have the brain. Next sentence, the people who put their remembrance to Allah while standing, sitting, or in the state of lying down, and they think with regard to the creation of the heaven and the earth, while saying, "Oh my God, you don't create this thing for nothing. Glory to you, and protect us from the punishment in hell." So this revelation is getting the inspiration that we live on earth is not free. There is reason why we are on earth, being created as human being who have brain to think over all this. We are not monkeys, we are people. So next sentence, "Oh my God, verily you the people you led to hell, then verily you disgrace them, and there were no one helping them, there will no one be helping people who were cruel. Oh my God, verily we hear people who invite us to believe. Saying, believe you to your God, then we believe. Oh my God, forgive us of our sin, wipe off our sin and what we have done wrong, and make us die with the people who had served you. Next sentence, O our God, give us what you promise us through your messengers, and don't you disgrace us in the next world. Verily you never break your promise. That's complete my reading of the Quran this morning. So, brothers and sisters, now let me read the Gospel of Barnabas. Okay. Okay. Brothers and sisters, let's now read the Gospel of Barnabas. We are on chapter 80 this morning. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tell me where dwelt Job but in Uz among idolaters, and at the time of the flood, how right Moses, tell me, he said, no, truly found grace before God. Our Abraham had a father without faith, for he made and worshipped false idols. Lot abode among the most wicked men on earth. Daniel as a child with Aeneas, Zacharias and Mishael were taken captive by Nebuchadnezzar in such wise that they were but 2 years old when they were taken, and they were nurtured among the multitude of idolatrous servants, as God lived, even as the fire burn dry things, and convert them into fire, making no difference between olive and cypress and palm. Even so, our God has mercy on everyone that work righteously, making no difference between Jew, Scythian, Greek, or Ishmaelite. But let not thine heart stop there, O James, because where God has sent the prophet, it is necessary entirely to deny thine own judgment and to follow the prophet, not to say, why said he thus? Why does he thus forbid command, but say, the God will, thus God command. But what said God to Moses when Israel despised Moses? They have not despised thee, but they have despised me. Verily I say unto you, the man ought to spend all the time of his life not in learning how to speak or to read, but learning how to work well. Now tell me, who is that servant of Herod who could not study to please him by serving him with all diligence? Woe into the world that study only to please a body that is clay and dung, study but forgets the service of God who has made all things, who is blessed forevermore. So what is the message there? Is the work, to work well, not always study, but in the end what they get out of the study does not seems to tally well. So is the doing is important. Well, no point spend too much study, but the doing is less. So that is what is meant by work well, not just study well, but work well. Work out what you learn. Just like the people who have given knowledge, but then they're doing something else. They're committing sin, like what was revealed in the Koran. They hide what is the true knowledge and tell people the false one. So it's just the same message, that work well, not just study, but get the work from what you study is important. And also God, Allah has also mentioned that the people, is also mentioned here, that the people don't despise Moses, but they despise God. So in the Quran I just read, in the next world, people in hell will be told that they despise Allah, but Allah despised them more than they had despised Allah. So just be very careful that a person may despise Allah, but Allah will despise him more. And that's the reason of the severe punishment of hell, burning in hell and being in hell forever. That is really severe punishment. Okay, I think I give you the message on chapter 80. Thank you very much for listening.